Oh, great show today, Ro.
Yeah.
We've got Laura Mvula, we've got James Arthur, Julian Clary on Zoom.
Yeah, well, and it's 4th of July as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, celebrate the Americans.
That's right.
Yeah. I feel like we need to do something quite special, though.
I'll tell you what we could do. Do the whole show in American accent. Can you do it?
I mean, do you know what? Normally, I can't say that I love your ideas, but that one might actually quite work.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
So, okay, so what, like, maybe, like, different parts? We can do, like, different regions. So, like, maybe the show opens up, we're going East Coast, how's it going? It's Martin and Roman's weekend best. This is more Jersey. Over to my pops.
How's it going? This is kind of like weekend best. This is a little bit more Jersey than it should be.
All right, okay. Maybe a different region. What about, like, okay, so, like, Texas, like, from the South. So, think, like, you know, think of those old rock stars, like country rock and roll, like, how's it going? It's Martin and Roman's weekend best.
All right, hang on, let me get it. How's it going? It's Martin and Roman's weekend best. We're just going to chill out.
Right, can you do any accent? Can you do any accent?
I'm kind of an actor.
Right.
I'm an actor. I was in the craze.
Yeah. I mean, thank God they weren't American gangsters.
It's the weekend and I'm feeling good. I got the sunlight on my face. Wake up now, it's the weekend and I'm feeling my best. Wake up now, it's the weekend. And everything will be okay.
Hello and welcome to Martin and Roman's weekend best.
Yes, it is, of course, the 4th of July. It means it's Independence Day, and as I was born in the States, we're going all out, baby. Yes, we are. Woo! That's it, that's enough. That's enough, that'll do. I don't want to get too into it. I don't want to peak too soon. And also, please don't do any more accents, OK, Dad? No more American accents?
Oh, I thought it was good.
That'd be great. Anyway, look, today we've got a show full of award-winning musicians.
First up, a singer-songwriter who once turned Prince down because she already had Nile Rodgers on her album. Laura Mvula.
Yes. And a man who is constantly turning down my pleas to form a boy band. You don't know what you're missing. James Arthur, everyone!
And if that wasn't enough, dropping in for a virtual chat is a comedian, actor, and now a children's author, Julian Clary.
Hello, Julian! Now, as we've got such great musical talent in the studio, it'd be easy to kickstart the show with a musical question. So that's exactly what we're doing. What was #1 on this day back in 2000?
2000?
The year 2000. Laura, I'm going to start with you.
The year 2000, I just remember dressing in white denim jeans.
Yeah, love that. What were you dancing to?
I was dancing to Jigging With It.
Okay.
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
That's a great
Do you
shout.
remember?
That's a great shout.
I feel like that's a strong call.
That's a very strong, especially summer vibe as well.
Yeah.
James, what about you? What do you think?
I think it's something by Craig David, probably.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
reckon it might be like filmy. And it was his era, that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dad, what about you? Who'd you
I reckon it could be. I'm going with Busted.
Oh, wow.
Oh, bad shout. What song would that be?
Well, Busted, you know, they did that track. Take me to the year 2000.
Yeah.
I'm going.
It's not 2000.
Isn't it 3?
Hey?
3000. Because if it was 2000, it'd be not much has changed because it's just the next day. Yeah. Anyway, look, the answer is.
Of course.
Hey, Kylie.
What an absolute banger. Kylie Minogue's hit Spinning Around was #1 on this day back in 2000. Global megastar Kylie performed on every continent on the planet except from Antarctica.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was too cold for the hot pants. She even once performed at a parade in New York on top of a giant duck. So I guess my question is, guys, you're all performers here. What's the weirdest place you've ever performed, James?
It's what. I mean, I used to do a bit of busking, and I would generally go out around Christmas time to afford some presents, probably. And yeah, I mean, that was weird because you'd either have someone telling you to shut up or, you know.
Whereabouts would you busk?
Just in my hometown.
What shop front? That's what I'm thinking.
Probably, I think outside of supermarkets, I just thought, you know, a bit of change on them coming out of there. But it was uncomfortable. I hated busking, obviously. Like.
You hated it, but I mean, that must be, you know, it shows where you've come from and all those types of things. So,
yeah.
But did you ever go back to those days outside the supermarket?
Yeah, anytime I'm in that high street in Redcar, because it is the archetypal, like, working class British thing, I think, wow, I used to be in these streets kind of begging for change, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it was, it's a
humbling experience.
Humbling, yeah, very much so.
Love it. Laura, what about yourself? What's the weirdest place you've ever performed?
It was a video shoot. Does that count?
Yeah, that'll count. Yeah, it's performance, yeah.
Underwater.
I mean, I don't think anyone could top that. We're never going to ask that question ever again.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was possible.
Laura Mvula burst onto the scene with 2 critically acclaimed albums, but it's fair to say that she's been through the ringer these last couple of years. But she's back with a bang and a banging new 80s sound. Laura, so lovely to have you here. Or should we be calling you Dr. Laura Mvula?
Okay, that is true. I tried to get my mum to call me Dr. Laura Mvula, and she wasn't having it.
So how did the doctor...
What's the story?
The story? I got an honorary doctorate at the Birmingham Conservatoire. Actually, it's the Royal Birmingham Conservatoire now, where I studied composition many years ago. And so, yeah, I thought it was awesome that they awarded me with that. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Amazing.
Pretty incredible,
Amazing.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
But you're back with a new album, Pink
Yes,
Noise,
yes,
right?
I
But
am.
It's been 5 years since your last one, isn't it?
Yeah.
What have you been doing in between? You know, what's...
Elton John said to me, 5 years it's taken you to do, what have you been doing? And I was like, well, I wanted to take my time.
It's brilliant, but sometimes you need those gaps, don't you, to find out who you are musically, to find out where you want to go.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the album actually, I love it, right? Because it's full of kind of 80s vibes.
That's right. Yes.
Right. What inspired you on that?
Well,
have you grown up with 80s?
Yeah, I think a lot about my dad. I think about the times where he introduced me to Earth, Wind and Fire, a lot of the Jackson stuff, a lot of Motown.
Yeah.
We used to play together in function bands, so we were performing at weddings, you know, people's birthday parties. So I was learning this kind of material when I was like 17, 18.
Yeah.
So I think it's like in my blood, like it's in my system. And I knew that I needed a platform to let it out. I needed that outlet, and yeah, I'm so proud of this album, more than any album.
But you know, the 80s, for me, right, was full of, when I look back, it's full of really good songs.
That's right, yeah.
And not just beats and
That's
rhythms,
right.
but good songs.
Yes.
And I think that's what I can hear in your stuff, which I really appreciate. We've got a clip of the video that Got Me, which is the new single, right?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Let's have a look. I'm loving it. That is so 80s.
It's a vibe, no?
It's right up my street.
Yeah, good.
100%. I mean, growing up, obviously, you know, you mentioned it there. You had loads of musical inspirations. You were talking about Motown, Jacksons, etc. I mean, was there one, though, that really kind of stood out, though?
Definitely Michael Jackson.
I mean, it's kind of like The Way You Make Me Feel type vibes in that one. Do you know what I mean? Like, it sounds great. I mean, I understand, though, that obviously you met the man himself. You met Prince.
Yes, I did. He asked me to support him in Stockholm once, and then in my hometown at the NEC in Birmingham, which was amazing for me because it's my home city.
Very nice. But is it true that you had to turn down a feature?
Yeah. Well...
You can't just say yes.
No.
You cannot just say yes.
That makes me sound so arrogant. It really just worked out that way. I'd made this song for my second album. Nile Rodgers got in there first.
Yeah.
Clang. Yeah. Great.
He phoned me up and he was like, what's the biggest song on your new album? Let's do something. And I was like, it's this, but it's kind of finished. And he was like, it ain't finished. And he heard it, did his thing. We spoke about it. We worked remotely. We were never in the same room. And then a few weeks later, I get messages from Prince's people. Prince wants to talk to you. And then he's like, that song, Overcome. Because I think I'd sent it to him via email. He was like, can I do something on that one? And I was like, mate, Nile Rodgers is on it. John Schofield, who used to play with Miles Davis, guitar, he was already on the same. I said, it's a bit guitar heavy. And he was like, okay, I'm going to do my own version. which he did.
Yeah.
I'd need to dig it out someday because it's funky. It's very, very
Did you
good.
just say you need to dig it out? Where is it?
Yeah, so if it's
James,
Have you lost? Like James is the other day.
Oh.
You're dying over it.
Wait. I've
be
been
the biggest file
really
on my
busy
desktop,
with
just
this
on
last
my
album.
home screen.
Yeah.
I know. What I mean is it's in my email somewhere. Like, you'll hear it.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
play
in
it
the
to
junk
you
folder.
personally.
Yeah.
James,
great.
wouldn't you just have had them all on?
Yeah.
It would have been like Band
Oh,
Aid.
yeah.
If I'd have done it.
Yeah.
told
Just all come down. Elton, get
Just
down
have
here.
everybody on the thing.
Exactly.
Don't you believe in less is more sometimes?
No.
Not if it's Prince.
Never. Okay.
Not with Prince.
It's like making a sandwich. You
Okay.
Just put more in.
Yeah,
more
exactly.
there.
Look, one person that you did collaborate recently with that we absolutely love as well, Biffy Clyro, Simon Neil. I mean, did you enjoy the collaboration? Because it looked like you had so much fun. I mean, the music video alone is fantastic.
It was so awesome. I didn't know Simon until we were on stage together for my live stream. He was kind enough to come down and perform with me. He had sung on the song without any direction. He just knew what to do. It was amazing. And then when we got together, it was magic. Like, obviously those moments can be so awkward, you know, because it's not like there's an audience there. It was locked down, so
Yeah.
we didn't have like the, hey!
Yeah.
Whatever happened.
They don't take the icebreaker.
No,
Yeah.
no, the cameramen aren't going to be like, this sounds great! Just dead. And so it was up to him, he and I, and he was just awesome and the loveliest guy.
Well, it sounded fantastic. I mean, let's take a look at you guys in action.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, we absolutely love it. It is wicked to have you here, but that was great.
Thanks, guys.
Sounds
It
It was
means a lot.
wicked. Now, of course, Pink Noise is out now. Time for a break, but don't go anywhere because we're giving James Arthur our full attention.
And Julian Clary is going to be virtually dropping by to tell us all about his children's books. See you in a few minutes.
Wake up now, it's the weekend, and everything will be okay.
Welcome back to Mine and Roman's Weekend Best. James Arthur and Laura Mvula are here with us today.
Right, James, your turn to shine in just a minute. But first, we want to mention some other superstars, some four-legged friends that are looking for a loving home in Pause for Thought.
Rescue animals, very important to my dad and I. You know this every week. We want to try and find some animals a loving home that they deserve, OK? Now, we actually have an update from Wolfie's Legacy, who featured a few weeks ago on Weekend Best, and we're pleased to hear that Ginger, now called Blossom, has found her forever home with her new dog, Mum Mandy.
That's great news, isn't it?
That is lovely. Mandy was watching the show, saw wonderful Ginger, now called Blossom, and now she's got a forever
Well,
home.
look after Blossom.
There you go.
Beautiful dog.
Laura, I want to talk about your pets. You got a dog and a cat.
I have
What are their names?
my kiddies, Emmy and Marley. Oh, there they are.
Who's who?
This is Emmy, this is Marley.
Oh,
What is
She
it?
looks a little aggressive, but she's not.
they look suave.
She just, you know, she's in her space. She's fine.
Very cute. James, you're a cat person.
I am these days. I wasn't until I met these guys.
There you go. you
And
see?
then
That's what
they're my pride and joy, you know.
Yeah.
They're like my
Who are these?
kids. That's Bambi and Archie. Bambi on the left. She's oh no, is that Bambi on the left? I mean, they look very similar. The reason you can tell them apart is Bambi was like the runt of the litter. We got her first.
Yeah.
She had half of her ear missing because her mum stopped feeding her and kind of rejected her.
Right.
Yeah.
I, of course, fell in love with her for that reason.
Yeah.
And she cried for like 3 days, and so I rang the owner up. I said, like, is she missing her mum? What's
Yeah.
the crack? They were like, she was inseparable from her brother. So I ended up getting him as well. And
So let's visit some sanctuaries today and meet some Portal-based pals looking for homes. First up, I love this one so much. We've got Chester, who's a lurcher. Chester from Maxie's Mates Rescue Centre. He's 3 years old. He's been at the rescue centre for 2 years. Super lovely dog, so playful, just happy wherever he goes, and just wants the chance for someone to take him home. And honestly, I feel like Laura and James, if you're both cat lovers,
Yeah.
Avert your eyes
Yeah.
right now. This is the cutest pair we've ever had on Pause for Thought. Bluebell and Rose.
Oh.
From Wellcat Animal Rescue in Birmingham.
Oh my God.
Oh, they're beauties.
So they are 14-week-old sisters who live at Wellcat in Birmingham. Both very playful little kittens looking for their forever home. And unfortunately, Rose is blind in one eye.
You can see that.
It doesn't affect them daily, but it just means that she wants to be with her sister.
Oh, man.
That's definitely. I'm in love with that.
They're beautiful.
There you go. Let's hope we can find those guys some lovely homes.
Yeah, for more information, please contact the rescue centres directly.
Now, as always, Sunday is fun day, so it's time to get competitive, play a little bit of a game. Guys, do you want to get your hands on some exclusive Kemp merch? Look at you, Laura, already picking up the button. You don't even need it.
I want that merch.
Do you know what? Yeah, well, you want the merch. I'll show you what you're playing for.
Okay, let's take it easy.
We beat the Kemp's mum.
Hey.
There you
My
go.
God.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, you guys are going to need a team name. Have you thought of
Sorry, was that it?
what?
Hey,
What?
I thought was that.
let's go.
Forget it.
I was told that
There's a proper prize going.
I thought there was like 2.
What do you get from this morning?
I don't
Tell me what you get from.
know.
Tell me what Holly and Phil give you. Nothing.
I feel like
Nothing.
I'm coming across.
What does Jonathan Ross give you? Nothing.
What did Prince give you? No, don't answer that.
Wow. I take it back, guys.
Right.
It's plentiful.
You wait. You wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
Right, we're going to play a little game called Cover Stars. Now, Cover Stars, let me explain how it works, right? So the cloud is going to show us some iconic album covers, but the famous faces of them have been covered up. If you think you know the name of the artist or the band, just buzz in. The team with the most correct answers when the time is up wins. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you need an example, guys?
No.
I'd take one just to,
Go on then,
just to
James.
get ahead,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Wise.
Let's take a look.
Very
I want
wise.
that mug.
Right, okay.
Well, that's-
This is going to be really confusing. Okay.
Did you just say you didn't need an example, Laura, and now you don't know the example? Let me pan this out. Whose album is that? Go on, Dad.
That's Adele.
Yeah,
Oh
there you go.
my
It's Adele.
goodness.
What do they call
Adele.
it?
Well done. Before we start, you
Yes.
need a team name.
The Mvulas and the Shakers.
The Mvulas and Shakers.
Can you come on?
Mvulas and Shakers.
That's our favourite.
Like it.
Yeah, Mvulas and Shakers. Right, everyone got their buzzers ready.
Yeah.
Laura, you understand how the game
I'm
works?
ready, I'm
Just to let you know, it's just a mug. You sure you want to just play for a mug? All right.
I'll have the mug.
You'll have a mug. James will have 2. All right, let's go. Let's put some time on the clock. Here we go.
I'll have a cup of tea. Bohemian
James.
Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen. Let's take a look.
What is that?
Very good. Right, next up. Dad,
Blondie.
let's take a look.
You said you weren't good at this. You...
This is the first one he's been really good at.
All right.
Right, next up.
Florence.
Go on, Florence the Machine. Let's take a look. It is indeed. Well done. Right.
That's Madonna, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's got to be.
Madonna.
Although I think that should be your next album cover.
yeah.
No, I mean, I was rocking that head.
Yeah, okay, Madonna. That was great. How did you... Man.
My mum's a big Madonna.
Okay.
Dad.
Fleetwood Mac.
Nah,
Take a look.
I'm not sure about that.
You want to go to
I
VAR?
was
Yeah.
there.
You wanna go
It's
to
all good.
VAR?
It's all right, no, it's all
we
good.
can.
It's all
I'll
good.
give you a point apiece.
We've got the monitors.
Let's go one each then.
Point apiece.
I don't know why I've done that.
I don't know why I did it either. It's
Is that Prince?
Prince,
Prince indeed.
it is.
Right, let's see who's up there. Oh. Right, we're going to have to figure this out.
I feel like I should have known that one.
I can reveal. With the time up, the winning team was... the Mvulas and the Shakers. Well done.
Yes.
Well done. That does mean, James, you're now the lucky owner of 2
Wow.
We Beat the
Yes.
Kempers.
Sorry.
Would you like one?
I would love a
You would. Well, that's a good thing you said that, because your next game, right, in the next game, you will get the chance to play for this.
Oh, I see. Spread it out. Yeah.
You get the set,
I
see?
can get the set. Got
The
it.
set does end there, just to let you know. The saucer comes separately. Okay. Right, James, obviously there. Life's very good. You've won yourself a We Beat the Kemp's mug. Just there. And you've got brand new music out, mate.
Yes.
Now, I mean, look, what is it that's so special to you about the month of September?
Someone said, nothing really, to be honest.
But your new song, September, obviously, is an absolute banger, mate. Loads of people are loving it, right? It's a great vibe from you. It's something that I think that sound, you've absolutely perfected it. What is it, you know, about the track that you just absolutely love?
Well, to be honest, I just felt like, you know, you have songs in your possession and you think, I think this has got a bit of juice. It's got something that people might like. And also, I was experimenting a lot with this album. I was trying to bring back my rock influence. You know, you talk about growing up listening to, you know, amazing music. And my dad was always playing rock music and my mum playing Michael Jackson, all the greats, you know. Yeah, I've been sort of chipping away trying to get back to the stuff that I really, really love to make. You know, we're always trying to strike a balance of maybe kind of music that you grew up loving that's really close to your heart, but also trying to reach as many people as possible and strike a balance and keep it mainstream and stuff. So this song just felt like a great balance to me, and I wasn't sure because you never know. So I put it on TikTok, as you do these days. That's the kind of barometer for what's going to work, and the reaction was great. So I just put it out now as opposed to in September when it would have made more sense.
Yeah, but I mean, it catches your eye though.
Yeah.
Catches your eye now, being in the summer.
Hopefully
it's
it's a hit in September and it's just like a really slow burn.
It's a grower. It's a grower. But look, mate, the music video looked fantastic as well. We've got a little bit of behind-the-scenes clip. Let's take a look. Oh, fantastic.
It's great.
You said you were inspired by rom-com movies.
Yeah, well...
Bit of Hugh Grant, is it?
It's a bit like, well, this song's obviously, it's like a love song. It's talking about starting a family and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't want to do the typical video where it's all centred around a performance. I wanted to make people laugh. I wanted to do something colourful and happy. And I also wanted to do a bit of acting. It's something I've been interested in doing for a while. So I found this amazing director who's done a few of the Black Keys videos, which I find really funny and really enjoyable to watch. And yeah, I went out to America and shot this video.
I've got to ask.
Amazing.
Going to be up for the next Bond or something? What I mean, acting-wise, like, you know, are you serious about it?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I like pretending to be someone other than me. I think it's fun to, you know, you hold when you hold brands like you and you constantly, I guess, being judged for who you are. Like it's fun. I've always enjoyed doing impressions and stuff like that. Like yourself, you know, you're amazing at that stuff. But I've always liked doing voices and daft stuff.
Yeah.
I think music and performing, it's sort of synonymous with acting.
Of course it is. The two go together.
James, I'm going to ask a horrendous question now that you've said it.
Because
I get asked this all the time, so I can ask.
Oh, no, you're not going to ask me to do something like do
Who's your best impression?
Yeah. Well, do you know what? It's less impressions and more just like accents, I think.
Okay,
just, like,
yeah.
If you
like having fun?
Yeah, I like being a silly goose, you know what I mean? But like, if you gave me 10 minutes listening to someone, I feel like I could probably nail that.
Come on,
mimicking.
let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
What's that? You're in.
I'm in. Come on.
Oh, no,
What's your Birmingham like?
my Birmingham. Oh, see,
Yeah.
that's a tough one.
It's a
I've been
very-
watching a lot of Peaky Blinders, so
Yeah.
you know, go down the Garrison. Or
Okay. Gosh, I was a bit turned on then.
Yeah.
What's your favourite accent? Do you know what? Have a think about it over the break, okay? And we'll do it afterwards. Time for a break, but when we come back, James is going to be telling us more about his brand new album.
Yeah, plus we're going to be taking our guests on a trip down their musical memory lanes. See you in a few minutes.
Wake up now, it's the weekend, and everything will be okay.
Welcome back to Martin and Roman's Weekend Best.
James Arthur and Laura Mvula are here, and shortly Julian Clary is going to be dropping in from the cloud. Now, we were talking just a moment ago and through that break about accents and impressions. James, we were talking about your accents and impressions. Laura, You've got you're
Why
down
did
as
you
well.
for me?
Because I'm not. I don't know if you're mad. You were good.
I thought you were going to get James to do his thing.
Both of you.
Yeah, come on.
Both of you. This is the thing.
I don't
James.
put me in the spot like that.
Yes, see, there it is.
That's better than... I'm actually Scottish, that's better than mine.
So, James, both your parents are Scottish.
Yeah.
So you've been doing the Scottish accent for
My dad's Scottish, yeah.
So how would he talk to you? How would he say that you've got a brand new album coming out?
Like, all right, son, what's that new album about? Get rid of that pop, man. Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like it.
James, before the break, we were talking about a new single, September.
Yes,
but you've
sir.
got a new album coming out at the end of the year, right?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
And it'll all make sense in the end.
Yeah.
It's all confusing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But is that where you think you are in your career? Because that's what the new album's called, right?
Yeah.
It'll all make sense in the end.
That's right, yeah.
Is that where you are in your career?
Well, it was certainly where I was at when I started writing songs for this album. You know, like everyone during the lockdown, it was a real time for introspection and to reflect on things. And I've never been one to really take stock and pause. And of course, like in what you know, as an artist, it's multifaceted, isn't it? You're doing gigs and you're doing promo and you're doing writing. And I don't remember a time when I just was able to focus on the one thing. I was going through it was a bit of a rough year prior to the pandemic for me. Yeah, I was confused. I was thinking about hanging it up. I didn't know whether I wanted to do it anymore. There's these weird, my fans brought it to my attention, there's a few like conspiracies around this superhero called Multiple Man. His real name's James Arthur, and the comic books, one of the comic books was called It'll All Make Sense in the End. And I sort of was drawn to that and used it as a bit of a mantra in my life at that point. And the songs were just, they were very reflective. And
There's more to this conspiracy theory than
there's a
you're
lot
saying.
more. Yeah, there is, yeah.
You need to delve into this.
Okay.
So did you hear what he said? There's an old comic book,
Yeah.
right? And the character in it is called James Arthur.
Yeah.
Right? Keep going.
But yeah, so it's a Marvel comic. It's a proper. I think they're making a film, Multiple Man, at some point.
Right.
But anyway, when you look into it, his real name is James Arthur, and this particular character comes to fruition in 2012 in the X Factor series of these comic books.
The X Factor series are the comic books.
Yeah, and which is obviously when I was on the X Factor.
Yeah.
And his ability was to like sort of morph into various different things, which was something that people said about me. I was versatile. I could do different styles of music, and but there's loads of really scary parallels, like the names of characters within the story. Like they were quite close to people in my own life.
No way.
So
Big conspiracy theory, this one.
it's
love
a big
it.
conspiracy. I'm obviously in no way claiming that I'm a superhero, but yeah, it was fun to take from that imagery and also the It'll All Make Sense in the End thing. Like I said, the album was really reflective for me. I was addressing childhood traumas and all sorts of stuff that I'd never really figured out. It was kind of a bit therapeutic for me. And so you see the covers, myself and a kid on the front.
Yeah.
And that's me saying, if I could say something to my younger self, it would be, I know your life's a bit mad and everything's very confusing, but it'll all make sense.
But when you are at the point where you are in your career at the moment, right, and you've had all that success, and you're just starting to understand it, you do say to yourself, it's all going to make sense in the end. Because I remember that point in life really well.
Yeah.
Also, the album was made in a very different way to before, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. I did it all from my house. Set up a studio after sitting around and, you know, eating Cheetos for a couple of months and playing FIFA. I realised it's time to be productive and, just started writing songs. Like I said, I was in a weird place, so... and music's always come and been a bit of a life raft for me. I'm sure you can attest to that. It's always come along and helped me in my hour of need and just put it all into music. But there was something cool about doing it at home because you're more comfortable there. It's you're able to be more vulnerable when you're in a safe space. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so therefore, the lyrics and the music was all very, very honest, I think.
The album's a real mix of genres as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you were really into rock, right? When you were a teenager. Does that come through on the album?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, rock is a genre of music that's really close to my heart. And like I said before, you know, the radio doesn't really want to play rock anymore.
Yeah.
It's not a mainstream thing. Bands aren't really a thing anymore. Yeah. And I came from that sort of culture. So I've been sort of chipping away and trying to get it back into my music whilst still trying to appeal to my audience, if you like. So yeah, it's quite experimental. I hope I don't lose a lot of fans with this album, but it is quite rocky. It's quite rappy. I've got a few bits of MCing on there as well. So
You've got a great drummer on the album, haven't you?
yeah, well,
He's a rock legend, right?
yeah, I've been working with Travis Barker from Blink for a little
amazing.
bit. We did a song on my last album, and yeah, when I spoke to him, we just really hit it off, and he understood the vision I had for this particular song we've been working on, and hopefully another collaboration will be on that particular record as well.
I have to ask. Travis Barker's very much in the news right now. Have you met Kourtney Kardashian via Travis Barker?
I haven't, no, but I would love to meet them. Yeah.
Are you on the Zoom like?
Yeah, look at him.
Just move out of the way, Travis. Move out of the way.
Hey, is she about?
Yeah.
Glancing around the corner of the door.
I wouldn't dare disrespect the legend, but no, yeah, I mean, definitely. Be cool to meet them, wouldn't it?
Mate, I mean, that must be such an amazing thing to be able to talk to one of your idols. It's so great.
Yeah.
But look, lovely to have you here.
Yeah.
New single, September. It's out now.
We've reached a point in the show where we dive into our guest musical memories and add some more tracks to our Memories mixtape.
Yes, so we're going to give you both some topics. All you have to do is tell us which song reminds you of that moment.
Yeah.
OK, so let's see what we've got first. School Disco. Laura, I'm going to come to you. What song reminds you of that?
Cotton Eye Joe.
This one.
Joe.
Why School Disco? Where do you go in your head?
Oh, I've just gone straight back there, like
Yeah.
middle of the
takes you back.
school. Yeah, it takes me right back there, middle of the school for disco. I mean, I'm not a dancer, but I like to think I am. But
Perfect. James, what about you?
Mine was Agadoo, I think.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
Oh, man.
Banger, innit?
Where does this take
I don't remember there was a dance with it, wasn't there? With Agadoo. I don't remember it. God, please don't ask me that.
All right. What was James Arthur like at a school disco then?
I was probably sinking ginger beers, thinking I was
In the corner. Zap, yeah.
doing the knee slides and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, knee slides at the school disco.
Oh, two brilliant songs, but I've got to say, James, you're so brave admitting to that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Let's do another one. First performance. Laura, first performance. What song reminds you of first performance?
My first performance, first Glastonbury performance, that's what I'm thinking about. It would have been 2013, and I chose One Love, Bob Marley, to do as a cover song, just to put in my set that, because it was the first time I was performing in front of thousands and thousands of people, and I thought, they're not going to know any of my stuff, so stick with
Oh,
it.
let's take a listen.
And everyone went,
Yeah.
and the set was saved.
Do you think they're like...
Hands up!
Yeah, that's it.
Literally.
You feel like, you know, if you do a song like that, does it almost like it's like a comfort thing?
Yeah,
Like, especially if you're
it's a
there.
familiarity thing.
Yeah.
And at that point in the set, you know, my nerves had gone by then, but it was like the perfect moment to like savor it.
Yeah.
I remember everyone put their hands in the air. I'd never had that kind of thing
Yeah.
before, so it was a real joy to experience.
That's a great one. Great. James, what about you?
I mean, if you think Agadoo was embarrassing, this one is it's, Amazed by Lone Star.
I know this tune. Let's take a listen.
I love this.
What's embarrassing about this?
I don't know, actually, it's not embarrassing, is it?
Oh, this is great.
This is beautiful.
But there is something about this song that's very personal to you.
Yeah, well, it was my first ever performance in front of a room full of people, and I realised that I was able to, in some way, move people. I got up at the Crown and Anchor in my hometown at a pub, karaoke. All my Scottish family took me down, and they were all like, "Get up, sing a song, big man." And then I did this song, and I won an Easter egg and a tenner. And I just remember there was everyone crying, and it was a nice moment. It was the first time it was my first sort of performance, I suppose.
That's
Wonderful.
nice, really good. Some great choices there for our Memories mixtape. Time now to take a break, but stay right where you are, because in a few minutes, Julian Clary is virtually dropping in.
And Team Kemp are going to be taking on the Mvulas and Shakers in another challenge to get their hands on some top quality Kemp merch. See you shortly.
Wake up now, it's the weekend, and everything will be okay.
Welcome back, James Arthur, Laura Mvula, aka the Mvulas and Shakers are here.
Yes, indeed. And it's now time to introduce our last guest. He's a comedian, actor, author, and king of the innuendo. But let's please hope he remembers it's Sunday morning. Julian Clary, welcome to Weekend Best.
Hello. Yes, it is. It's Sunday morning, isn't it? I wonder if some of your viewers remember that I spent 3 weeks sleeping next to Martin in this Celebrity Big Brother house.
I know, I know.
We shared a bedroom.
Is that why you've worn your pyjamas today?
You were marvellous. He was the sort of alpha male of the house, and he kept us all in check.
Love that, love that. Julian, you've got a brand spanking new children's book, The Bolds Go Green. It's from the Bold series about a family of hyenas who live in Teddington.
Yes,
Love
they
the
do.
fact that it's Teddington.
Well, that's where I grew up, so it's
Yeah.
best to write about what you know. And it's a story I made up for myself when I was a child. And the book that is out this week is The Bolds Go Green. So the hyenas have an attempt at doing their bit for the planet. And of course, everything goes slightly wrong, as things do for the bolds. So Bobby goes around picking up litter from the streets, but he finds a bit of litter in a neighbour's garden, and while he's there he sees that the marigolds are wilting, so he decides to water them in the only way a hyena knows how.
Ah, yes.
It's a very sweet story.
Very good.
That sounds lovely. Is it true that it was based on some real neighbours of yours? And do they know?
They do know, actually. They turned up at one of my shows, and I told them. Our neighbours, I used to have the little bedroom at the back of our house, and I used to look into the garden, and I used to see our next door neighbours, and in the summer they were in the garden, and I remember him taking his shirt off, the father, and he was a very hairy man. I was about 7 or 8. So I made up the story for my own amusement that I had a family of wild animals living next door. And so that was the story that I came back to when the time came.
Very
Wonderful,
good. Now, look, this is your 6th book in the series. I mean, that's incredible. But, you know, we know that you've made adults laugh for so long now. You're making kids laugh as well. I have to ask, who is it harder to make laugh, adults or kids?
Who is it harder? Probably children, in that they're not going to humour you in any way. And it's exactly the same thrill as a comedian if you get a laugh from a room full of adults or children, which of course I never imagined, having gone down the path I did, that I would be amusing children. But children are very real and they're very in the moment. So if you make children laugh, you know that you've been funny, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. In the book, Mr. Bold's job is a Christmas cracker writer. I love this. I love a good joke, right? And it's full of cracking one-liners. Have you got what's your favourites?
My favourite, I think it's the first joke in the Bolds books, which is a joke that my mother used to tell me repeatedly, and it does not really that funny in the cold light of day, but it is, what did the earwig say as he fell over the cliff? Here we go.
See, I love that.
Yeah, but of course you love that. You love those kinds of jokes. That's the thing.
I made James smile. That's a triumph.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm admiring James' tattoos, those sleeve things, because I've been watching the Euros and all the footballers have sleeves, and I think I might get one because I've got all this flesh here that could do with decorating. I might have a tattoo of Larry Grayson or something.
I think,
Yeah,
I think you'd
no
look
way.
amazing with a sleeve.
Yeah, exactly. Look,
I want one.
look, you've said this will be your final book about the Bolds, but it's not the end for them, is it?
No, it's not the end for the Bolds. The reason it's the final book is when I got to the end of writing it, there's a big party in Bushy Park in Teddington, and all the characters from all the previous books turn up to celebrate the twins' 10th birthday. And I just thought, well, this feels like a finale. However, I'm going to, we're doing a musical of the Bolds at the Unicorn Theatre. And I've written some songs. I can't promise they'll be as good as either of your other two guest songs, but I've written about 10 different songs, and I'm really excited about it. It's lovely when you write something and then you hand it over to other creative people to add their input.
Yeah, you're also going back out on tour, aren't you? With a new show called Born to Mince. Right, I bet you're not talking about a meat grinder here.
I might be.
Yeah. Sunday, Julian.
I always have mince in the title of my shows, whether it's Lord of the Mince, Natural Born Mince. I think you get the general. Born to Mince is a tour that, like everyone else's, has been put back. But finally, we're going to go on tour next spring, and I can't wait, to get back on stage and talk a load of old nonsense.
I mean, mate, like, going to see your shows, so much fun.
You can call me mate, then?
Yeah. Were you flattered or offended?
No, I was flattered. It's such a sort of blokey thing to do. All right, mate. None of that.
Well, okay, fine.
Very nice. Say it again.
Well, mate, you've obviously, smashed it when it comes to the live shows. But I do have to pull you up on one thing, because your audience, right, they get involved a lot in the show. Now, talk to me about the electrodes.
Yes, okay. Mate, I will. There's been a lot about homosexual aversion therapy, and in my show, I do heterosexual aversion therapy. So when I pick you out of the stage, Ronan, and bring you out of the audience and bring you on stage, I attach electrodes to various parts of your body, and then I show you photographs of various things. And if you can see them,
Excellent. Good. Very good. Oh, dear. Julian, thank you so much for coming onto the show today. The Bolds Go Green is out now, and tickets to Julian's tour, Born to Mince, are on sale as well. Let's hear it for Julian Clary.
Wonderful to see you, Julian.
Thank you.
See you later, Julian. Thank you. OK, James and Laura, or should I say the Mvulas and the Shakers, it's time for our final game of the morning, which is one-hit wonders. Yes, now the rules of this game, very simple. The Cloud is going to play us one word from a famous song. And if you think you know the song, you buzz in. And if you're right, you'll win a point for your team. Now you can grab your buzzers.
Yeah.
There you go. OK, do you want to see an example?
Yes,
of course you don't.
No, actually, no.
Go on, let's hear an example. So,
Okay.
I mean, come on.
Are you serious?
Oh, you already... Oh,
Did you get that?
Yeah,
it's the example.
No
I did
way.
as well.
because it's...
Really?
Yeah, it's Spandau Ballet.
Yeah,
take a
there
look.
you go.
Oh my god.
There it is.
There you go.
Very good. Fingers on buzzers. Let's
get
put
that?
some time on the clock. Remember, you're paying for the teapot.
Did we get that point?
That's
Right.
the inspiration.
That's your
Okay.
inspiration here.
Right.
Teapot.
Right.
Come on, we'll do it.
Yeah.
We're going to nail this.
I believe in you.
I believe in you.
Here we go. Right, let's do it. Go on.
Oh, I think it was...
Yo, who
No,
was
it
it?
wasn't. I didn't
I don't
do
think
anything.
it buzzed. It's Harry Styles, isn't it?
Really?
Let's take a look.
Watermelon Shugs.
It is indeed.
Watermelon Sugar.
Well done.
Great track.
Very quick. Watermelon Sugar, Harry Styles. Right, OK, what's up next?
Fuji's Killing Me Softly.
Very good.
Let's take a look.
I've got great ear, guys.
You're brilliant.
Very good,
Great,
man.
Killing me softly,
very
James.
good.
Lauren Hill's mine.
Great.
Wow.
Oh, very good. Oh,
He's
Sheeran.
killing it.
Sheeran. Shape of...
Yes, shape of you, me.
Oh, my goodness. That,
well done, well done.
that wasn't even a beat.
The teapot is James's.
Be a mastermind or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god.
No.
do you want to do you know this?
No, go for it.
It's me.
Yeah! Say You Won't Let Go by James Arthur. Yes, indeed. I'd be worried if you didn't know that.
It's about 6-0. Yeah.
What?
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish,
Bad guy.
yeah.
You are.
There it is.
Oh, my God. You're a machine, James.
He is a beast.
Yeah.
Was that into pop music? Yeah.
Oh,
Don't say
Yeah.
Halo.
Halo, yeah.
Thank you.
let's have a look. This is a whitewash.
Oh, thank God for that.
Well done.
Go for it, babe.
Alicia Keys. It's Alicia Keys.
What's the song?
Empire State of Mind.
Empire State.
It is indeed. Well done. Should we just sound the klaxon? Yeah, thanks. Cheers.
For that.
Yeah, the winners are. Yeah. Don't even need this. Yeah. Well done, guys. You've won the teapot.
Well done, James.
Brilliant. That's your lot for today, but if you missed any of the show or you just fancy watching us all over again, you can catch up now on the ITV Hub.
Let's hear it for our guest, Laura Mvula.
James Arthur.
Yes, and Julian, Clary. So great to have him here with us.
We're back next week with Ed Gamble, Caitlin Moran.
Yeah, plus Nina Wadia and Hollywood actor Dominic Monaghan. Thank you so much for spending your morning with us. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.